What is up? What is happening, boys and girls? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog, welcome to another episode of Cars and Things Fragrance Edition. Now, today you're in for a super exciting episode. I've got one of my favorite fragrances that I want to share with you guys. You guys know I share absolutely everything with you guys. And in talking about that, we've got Tom Ford's exclusive private blend. It is called Patchouli Absolu, and I am crazy about it. You're at the right place, and I want to tell you guys all about it. So make sure you do not miss this video. Keep watching. So you may be wondering, who the heck is Tom Ford? I'm about to tell you. So Tom Ford, in case you didn't know, is an American fashion designer as well as a filmmaker. After moving to Milan earlier on in his career, he became the creative director of Gucci and then became the creative director of YSL as well, and then decided, look, it's about time, let me drop Tom Ford, which is of course named after him, in 2005, and that's when Tom Ford was in fact developed. Since then, he's amassed like an incredible amount of success. It is now a huge global brand, and there's loads of celebrities that are rocking Tom Ford. Celebrities such as your Beyoncés, your Jay-Z's, you name them. And not only do they have a clothing line, but they've got like skincare ranges. They've of course got fragrances as well, which is what I've got over here, which is the Tom Ford Patchouli Absolu that I'm going to tell you guys about. But that was really just a quick fact, or quick facts rather, about Tom Ford, who he is and what he's done. If you really want to know more about him, you can Google him. I am not Google. I'm here to talk to you guys and tell you guys about this product, about this fragrance more than anything. I'm not even going to call it a product. About this fragrance, you guys know I absolutely love fragrances. I love smelling good. Although this is a typically and predominantly a car channel, but we talk about absolutely everything that car dudes and car people actually enjoy. So boys and girls, I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'm about to talk about Tom Ford. We're not going to put this in the video, but let's go. Now, before we get into the particulars of the fragrance and explore its smell, two quick fun facts. One being, and I don't know if you guys know this, but in James Bond, Daniel Craig is in fact wearing a Tom Ford suit. I don't know if you guys knew that. I thought that was freaking cool. I'm a huge fan of James Bond. The second fun fact is the fragrance is of course called the Tom Ford Patchouli Absolu. And you may remember I spoke about this fragrance in a previous video. What does patchouli actually mean? I'm always interested in finding out, when it comes to these fragrances, what do they mean? Like, what is it? So just so you know, another quick fun fact is patchouli is in fact a flower or a herb that is part of the mint family. So you know you're going to be smelling fresh. But let's get into actually what it smells like. So guys, here it is, and what I've got over here is the Tom Ford Patchouli Absolu. Of course, I've got the 100 ml. I would have loved to get the bigger one. However, I will tell you guys all about it in a sec. But this is what the box looks like. It's a very light cardboard box with like these leathery kind of textures on it, which I think is pretty cool. However, the only issue with it, and I don't know if it's just my box or maybe I've opened it many times, but as soon as you're holding it at the top and you're picking up the fragrance, the bottom kind of falls off. I guess it would fall off because the weight is all at the bottom as well, but it is light. I would have liked it a lot sort of tougher, just so I don't break it or it slips out of my hand or anything like that. But I'm just going to open it real quick. I'm going to put the box aside. This is what it looks like. It comes in this glass bottle, and it's got Tom Ford badging over here. Very subtle, very elegant. And then of course at the front as well. At the bottom, just some barcodey stuff. Ooh, it smells so good. So three things that I really want to kind of spend a bit of time talking about, but again, we don't have to go into depth. I encourage you to get into a store and in fact try it. So the first thing that you smell as soon as you put it on is it gives you It gives you like a savory and smoky sort of smell and scent. It's not rosy, it's not too rosy, but what you do get is a whiff of rosiness versus like Christian Dior's Eau de Span, for example, which is very, very, very rosy. This isn't as rosy, but you do get a bit of rosy scents as well. Some people said they get a bit of a chocolatey sort of scent when it comes to it. I don't quite get that myself. However, I do get a very strong sort of savory and smoky scent that comes from it. You will get it as well, and that's really the first thing that you get. So if you're not into fragrances and perfumes, for example, that are overly rosy, that are too sweet, for example, this is kind of like in between. It's not too sweet absolutely at all, but it does have these sort of dark sort of notes that are both savory but also smoky as well, which is something I really, really like. It gives you a really cool sort of manly smell, and I think the ladies will definitely enjoy that one. So that's really the first thing that I love about the scent. Now what you also get is, now this is the second thing I actually want to tell you guys about, is you get a very, very rich smell here. If you ever want to smell rich, this is it. If you ever want to smell like money, this is it. And what typically gives you that scent is not only a rosy sort of scent, gives you that, but also what gives you that like luxurious, rich kind of scent is like a strong leathery note, and this absolutely has that. Should you be using it on leather? That's not what I'm saying. You can use it, and I'm going to talk to you guys just quickly about what sorts of clothes it goes with, what I've tried it with, but the leathery sort of scent and smell is very strong here, mixed up with the savory and the smoky. You're literally smelling like money. It literally smells like money. And the third thing is that, third thing, did I just say? I said high vibe, high vibe. And the third thing is that this is so well-rounded. Literally, it is so balanced as a fragrance. There isn't too much of the scents that you actually get with this. They're actually very well rounded. They're very well balanced. You're not smelling, you know, like too rosy. You're not smelling too smoky. You're not smelling like too tobacco-y, just like other fragrances as well. But it is very, very, very well balanced. And that's the third thing I really enjoy about it. Oh my gosh, it literally smells like money. The strong leathery smell smells absolutely incredible. And next thing, let's talk about the price real quick. I've got the 100ml Patchouli Absolu, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, it is not cheap, but for what you're getting, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Honestly, versus its counterparts, for example, and you guys know I love Christian Dior fragrances. I'm always really comparing the two, but they are totally different. From a brand point of view, from a scent point of view, I'm not too sure what is the closest. With Patchouli Absolu on the Christian Dior family side. However, they are very different fragrances, and to me they mean very different things. But what you're looking to pay for the 100ml is probably about 4.7. I know it is a lot, I know, but it is, I think, worth it. I think worth it. I'm not quite sold yet, but I can tell you I am enjoying it. I am loving it. What you're looking to pay, if you get anything bigger than this, which is the 200ml, you're probably going to be paying about 9 grand. So it is a designer fragrance. It is a designer brand. It's part of the exclusive range. It's an exclusive private blend, so you are going to kind of pay top dollar, but I can promise you it is worth it. So go into any Tom Ford store, go into an Edgar's. I got this at an Edgar's. There was the Tom Ford kiosk there, and where all the sort of fragrances are, and I've been wanting this for a very, very, very long time. You guys may remember I mentioned it in the previous video, and I was like, this is a fragrance that I must get. So that's it in terms of price. What does it match well with? Let's talk about that. Now, previously I've spoken about, you know, the kinds of drip and clothing you should actually have to really enjoy these fragrances, or rather for your people to enjoy them, or for others to enjoy them as well. What I typically think works very well with Patchouli Absolu is plain t-shirts. I know it sounds weird, maybe it's a psychological thing, maybe there's something wrong with me, but plain white t-shirt, plain black t-shirts, this will go perfectly with it. You can rock it with the shirt, of course, but I just think plain outfits, plain clothing. I've got it on at the moment. I'm obviously not wearing a plain top. It's plain-ish, or far from it rather, but I prefer it really with plain clothing, really simplistic, let your fragrance do the talking kind of thing, you know, which is really, really cool. What I'll also mention about the Patchouli Absolu is it is not too strong. Often I like fragrances where I can walk into an elevator and people are just like, ooh, woo, woo, you know, kind of thing, where you kind of make a statement, where you speak without speaking. And of course, a lot of people are like me out there and they just want a fragrance to do the talking. So I love it because it doesn't do that as much. However, if I do want to step out, it's kind of like those who know. And if you're close to me, that's when you're going to get it. Maybe that's the special thing. Those who are close to you, that's when they are going to smell this fragrance. And I've received a lot of compliments with just this alone. As a married dude, chilled, cool. But if you are single though, I would recommend that you put it on when you're going out for lunch, when you're going out for dinner, for example, and you enjoy it. Or maybe take yourself out. If you're single, take yourself out and actually enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I've mentioned that it is more of a winter scent. I feel it's more of a winter scent, but I'm actually enjoying it in summer and it's working really well. It's very light as well. But if I do want to step out, I pull something else that is stronger. I know some people mix perfumes, so you use like a Tom Ford and then you'll use something else with it as well, but I'm not that kind of person. I really want to stick to one scent, one fragrance. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but I do want you to smell it. So I'm a perfume and I'm a fragrance guy, and I typically enjoy that, and I think you will enjoy it too. So guys, rock some Tom Ford, go out there and go to a restaurant with like a water menu, and you can just have like some Voss water or Fiji water or Pellegrini or whatever, and just relax. It's that kind of fragrance. You really want to be doing that. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this fragrance. I'd really encourage you guys to go visit a store and go smell some, just so you guys can experience what I'm experiencing right now. So if you really enjoyed this video, it's a really quick video, just doing a quick exploration on the fragrance, what you can enjoy from it, where can you get it, that sort of stuff. If you really enjoyed it, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. We'll appreciate it. Comment below, let me know what other fragrances we should have on the channel, how deep you guys actually want us to go with these fragrances, but also please subscribe. We are growing and growing. We almost at 10K. Let's get to 10K. I think we're gonna have a super awesome and exciting year. I am so happy to be back. And then most importantly, not even most importantly, damn, subscribing is more important. But right next to the subscribe button is the bell icon. Please hit that so you never miss a video. You'll get notified as soon as we drop content, and we're looking at dropping content very often. So guys, till next time, thank you very much for joining me. Just talk a bit about the Patchouli Absolu, which I absolutely love and enjoy. Go out there, try it out, guys. Stay safe and make sure you fake it till you make it. Till next time, guys, we out.